Hey there, Ravens flock. Welcome back to Baltimore Talk, the weekly podcast giving you a recap of every Baltimore Ravens game from now to postseason. I'm your host, Anthony Propst, and I'll be bringing you everything you missed, plus my own personal thoughts, opinions, and analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I feel about this win. Yes, I know everybody knows that we won. I don't know. This was kind of an ugly win. Like, the win we had last week against Detroit, I feel like should have been the score for this game, and this score should have been the one last week. I know Arizona's field is a little choppy, but like we went in 5-2, they went in 1-6, and had their backup quarterback in. Nothing against Josh Dobbs at all. Like he was killing it yesterday. However, we had our starters, so I don't see where the problem was. I don't know what fumbles and such were made in translation from last week to this week. I don't know. Like the game was it was okay. I mean, yes, like I said, I'm glad we caught the victory. I'm glad we won. However, it's just it wasn't a great win. I feel like the score could have been a little better. There were certain mistakes and things that were done that we probably could have taken care of a lot easier, but it happens, I guess. I mean, like I said, ugly win, but a win is still a win, right? We're still, as of right now, first in the AFC, still top of the leaderboard with our record, so good for us. I'm happy. I will say that. And I also will say, return to the mug, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. We got the mug back. But with that being said, I'm going to be honest, we're just going to dive right into it. We're just going to get right into it. We're not going to beat around the bush or waste any more time here. So, starting with the coin toss, we did win. We did choose to defer. Always a proper idea, always a proper decision. Starting with 1st and 10 for Arizona. They get a gain of 7. Shout out to Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, he's back to haunt us. We lost him 2 years ago after a trade to, ironically, Arizona. He's been with them now for 2 years. He was a great guy with us for 3, but he did pretty well. He was really good. Now 2nd and 3, they get a loss of 1. 3rd and 4, their quarterback is sacked by Matabike. There was an illegal contact flag on Kyle Hamilton, so that did save Arizona from a 3 and out. 1st and 10, they get a gain of 5. 2nd and 5, they do get the first. 1st and 10, they get a gain of 8. 2nd and 2, they convert on downs again. 1st and 10, gain of 7. 2nd and 3, they get it again. 1st and 10, now no gain. I was reading too far ahead on my notes here, folks. Somebody's got to, in the comments section, please call me out on it every time. Make a timestamp, note it every time. 2nd and 10, they get a gain of 6. 3rd and 4, there was a pass interference flag on us, so they get the first down. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, they get the first touchdown of the day. And as the announcers had to mention it, this is the first time in 16 games, from now, all this year up until last season, that we allowed a first quarter touchdown. Whatever. Like I said last week, everybody gets one. Everybody has to get one at least some point. Now it's 7-0 Arizona with 8:05 left in the first quarter. 1st and 10, Justice Hill. He gets nowhere. It actually ended up being a pass interference on Isaiah Likely, so that brings us to a 1st and 20. Zay Flowers, he gets it for 6. Justice Hill, he slips on 2nd and 14 for only 4. Like I said, this, you could see it, he full-on cartoon slipped. It was ridiculous. This field was, like I said, very choppy. Now on 3rd and 9, Mark Andrews, he gets the first. 1st and 10. Pass is blocked to Odell. 2nd and 10, this one was a little flip to Gus Edwards, who got 9. 3rd and 1, Gus gets the first down again. 1st and 10, Rashad Bateman gets a big saving catch. I kid you not, this one was huge. Oh my goodness, this one was a full-on deep pass, and he got a nice catch. So shout out to Rashad Bateman for that there. 1st and 10, Lamar, he was dropped. He had no help. The pocket closed on him. He had no time to get out. It wasn't really his fault. No, but everybody was covered. Arizona's defense really had everybody covered. First and or 2nd and 15, I should say, because he did get dropped back for a loss of 5. There was a pass interference flag on Arizona, so that brought us closer. 1st and goal. Gus Edwards, he gets a gain of 5. 2nd and goal. Mark Andrews gets the beautiful touchdown right in the middle of the end zone. 7-7, 2:38 left in the first quarter. So now it's all tied up. Absolutely amazing. 1st and 10, Arizona, gain of 9. Gain of 1, I should say. Now it's 2nd and 9. I'm reading my notes too fast, folks. Seriously. That's 2 of them now. You got to call me out on it every time. I want to see it. 2nd and 9, they get a gain of 8. 3rd and 1, they were forced way back by Odafe Owe, and that ended the first quarter. I'm going to be honest, this one was weird because where he dropped back 20, 25 yards. And I could be wrong. I believe it might even be 30 yards if you drop back. Intentional grounding? Where was the intentional grounding flag? Josh Dobbs still had the ball in his hand, hadn't thrown it no forward lateral, no nothing, just chased backwards, no flag thrown. I'm like, what? How? Where? But it is what it is going from here. That first quarter, like I said, it was perhaps little choppy. Like I said, we had the slip, the first quarter touchdown for Arizona. We got a first quarter touchdown. It was iffy. But getting into the second quarter now, 4-1. That pass was blocked by our nose tackle Michael Pierce. So shout out to him, I should say. Great job. He really was having a day yesterday, I'm gonna be honest. 1st and 10 now back on the Baltimore side is gain of 1 by Lamar. 2nd and 9, Justice Hill, he gets a gain of 6. 3rd and 3, Zay Flowers, he gets the first. 1st and 10, Gus, gain of 5. 2nd and 5, we get an incomplete. 3rd and 5, the ball is knocked out of Odell's hands, recovered by the Cardinals, and luckily it was ruled incomplete after the review because this one here, and I'm not gonna throw shade or anything bad at Odell, because he had the ball and he had it stripped right out of his hands. And as it's all fundamentals 101, when you go to tackle somebody, punch the ball out, strip tackle. That's the point. You want to force those fumbles. And the ball, when he did it, it was flung way back. And it bounced off, I believe, the helmet of a Baltimore player. Nobody in sight for us to be able to recover it. So honestly, I'm not going to be mad about it. It's not that big of a deal to really do anything bad. It just slipped out of his hands. And Arizona did their job as the defense. So I know it sounded a little preachy towards Arizona, but again, it's Ravens football here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Ravens fan, true and true. If I have a mug to prove it, you know I'm serious about this business. But luckily, again, the pass was ruled incomplete, so that did save us. 4th and 5, Justin Tucker kicks a 53-yarder, which unfortunately was no good. And I know everybody, before you jump down Justin Tucker's neck, 50 yards and in, it's guaranteed. 50 yards and beyond is shaky. We all know it. Hey, you even see it in the intro. 66 yards against Detroit last year, or 2 years ago now, I should say. 66 yards, and that thing bounced off the crossbar and went in. So if you pull Justin Tucker beyond 50 yards, you know that's a 50-50 shot. And I'm not mad about it. Yes, would I love to see it go in, us take the lead? Sure, whatever. But it's 50 yards and beyond. We know Justin Tucker is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But everybody has their moments. So again, before you jump down his neck, 50 yards and plus, and further than that, it's a 50-50. 50 yards and in, it's guaranteed money. No hesitation. But now on 1st and 10 for Arizona, gain of 7, 2nd and 3, they convert. 1st and 10, they get a gain of 3. 2nd and 7, they gain 1. 3rd and 4, they get just shy. It's now 4th and inches, and they were unsuccessful, stop short. This one, oh my goodness. Even the announcers called this one hilarious. The referee, once they stopped short, he picked the ball up and moved it backwards, putting them at where they started, Arizona. Oh my goodness. This one was a definite LOL, laugh out loud moment. I even wrote in my notes, LOL. So this one, I definitely got a chuckle out of me to see them get just shy and then him move it back real quick. And the cameras caught him. It's not like he did it on the slide with his foot. He full on bent down, picked it up, moved backwards. So funny. That one definitely got a chuckle out of me for sure. But now it's 1st and 10. Gus Edwards, he gets a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Gus gets a gain of 4. 3rd and 3, incomplete again to Odell. 4th and 3, we do have to punt the ball. We ended up going offside, so now it's 4th and 8. We still punt the ball. Usually I'd break that up into 2 separate notes, but we still punted either way, so it doesn't really matter. Now, 1st and 10, gain of 7 for Arizona. 2nd and 3, they get a loss of 2. 3rd and 5, they are down and get dropped after only gaining 4 yards. Now, on 4th and 1, they do punt the ball away this time. They don't go for it on 4th down, which 4th and inches makes sense. 4th and 1, maybe. Now, on 1st and 10, Zay Flowers, he gets a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, it's incomplete to Odell. 3rd and 6 now is a loss of 1 by Zay Flowers because this one was a screen pass right across the field, and he slipped. Like I said, this field was chop suey, I swear. Now, 4th and 7, we do have to punt the ball away again. 1st and 10, incomplete pass on Arizona. 2nd and 10, they get a gain of 5. 3rd and 5, they do get the 1st down. 1st and 10, gain of 6. 2nd and 4, wait a minute. Brandon Stevens, big INT, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd and 4 for Arizona. They go to throw it. He says, nope, thank you. That's mine. I'll take that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Stevens, this man did what he does tremendously. I kid you not. This one was absolutely beautiful. I have to say it, and oh my gosh, I lost it. I jumped out of my seat with that one. I was sitting watching the game like normal, like a regular Ravens fan. I jumped up out of my seat. Oh my goodness, it was great. And no sponsor, not yet. Someone. But now it's 1st and 10 back on Baltimore's side. So we unfortunately get it incomplete to Mark Andrews. 2nd and 10. Justice Hill, 24 yards. That man, Justice Hill, I kid you not. Oh goodness. He has his moments. And this was one of his stellar moments this week. 1st and 10 now. Lamar, he had to keep it himself for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Mark Andrews gets the 1st. So now it's 1st and goal. Gus Edwards gets right to the goal line. I mean, it's goal line, ball, like inches. And after that, we take a timeout. 2nd and goal, we get the touchdown. Gus Edwards, magnificent. Oh my goodness, he had a day yesterday. Now it's 14-7, 20 seconds left in the first half. 1st and 10, Cardinals kneel it, and the first half. So I have to say, overall, even though the second half did pick it up, especially near the end, the whole first half, my main thoughts process was meh, almost sloppy. Like our defense, I will say our defense, they definitely needed to wake up. The locker room conversation definitely was a wake-up call because our defense that first half was kind of little sloppy, I'm not going to lie to you. Giving up so many yards, loose tackles, not wrapping up. Again, that week 1 preseason fundamental stuff, like we're now just through week 8, heading into week 9. It's wake-up time, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is where games are going to start counting, where games are really going to start getting us to that playoff conversation. And our offense, we definitely need to hold blocks because that pocket did collapse on Lamar a decent amount of times to where he had to dump it away, or we got lucky with quick tosses, quick passes. And we had low yardage, except for the few times where we had a great Mark Andrews touchdown, where Rashad Bateman had that great 24-yard catch, where Gus Edwards just had that great run and great touchdown. However, at the end of the day, at the end of the first half, it was a little shaky. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But it is what it is. We're just going to move on from it. The first half is always the wake-up period. Yes, I'd like to see us – honestly, I'd like to see every game be a Detroit game. Like, if we could make every game a Detroit game, it'd be beautiful. But not every game is going to be like that because not every team is like that. But it is what it is. Starting quarter 3, like I said, we won the toss. We elected to defer. Or maybe I said that. Did I say that? Again, someone tell me. We do get the ball start of the half. So, 1st and 10, Gus, he gets a gain of 5. 2nd and 5, it's incomplete. There was a holding call on Arizona. So, we get the first down. 1st and 10, Justice Hill, loss of 3. 2nd and 13, Lamar, he is swallowed up, like I said. Arizona did end up playing man a couple times. And this was one of those points where everybody's covered, no receivers. He couldn't get the ball out in time. So now it's 3rd and 17. Incomplete pass to Zay Flowers, 4th and 17. We have to punt the ball away again. Jordan Stout was really putting in more work this week than last. 1st and 10, gain of 9. 2nd and 1, Cardinals get the first. 1st and 10, incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, loss of 1. 3rd and 11, Odafe Owe gets a big sack on this one here. And this, oh my goodness, it killed me. I swear, this one killed me. I was watching it with a good friend of mine, and he even agreed with me on this. When he got that sack, he made them fumble. He went to try and scoop and score, but he didn't pick it up. Instead of falling on it, he went for the big hero moment to try and scoop and score. Arizona ended up recovering it. Yes, I would have loved to see a scoop and score and us make it a 2-point game instead of a 3-point one, or 2-touchdown game instead of a 1. However, falling on it would have been better. As we were still in good Arizona territory. Like, we were still at, like, I want to say the 40 or the 35-yard line. So, like, we would have, from where he dropped that ball, we would have been at the 20. But he tried to go for the big hero moment. Yes, and again, don't get me wrong. Odafe Owe is one of our huge stars on defense. But sometimes you got to do the smart thing instead of going for the hero moments. However, it is what it is, because now on 4th and 36, we went from 3rd and 11 to 4th and 36. Again, no big hero moments. Save the ball instead. Cardinals punt. 1st and 10, Justice Hill, gain of 2. 2nd and 8, Mark Andrews gets the first. 1st and 10, Lamar, he is chased and has to throw it away. Again, smart decision. Everybody's covered. Can't find an open guy to go to. Can't get out. Get rid of it. Now, 2nd and 10, Zay Flowers gets a gain of 2. 3rd and 8, this one was a late hit to Odell, and he did get hurt. And when I watched the replay here, it looked like it was a late hit. He was going up for the pass, and so was the Arizona Cardinal gentleman. He ended up catching a knee. Odell caught a knee to the stomach rib area, and they did say it was a stomach, but he didn't do it intentional. Like, they were both going up for the pass at the same time. His hang time was just a little longer than Odell's, but he did run off under his own power. He did come back later in the game, so he is good. Odell's all right. 4th and 8, Ravens punt. 1st and 10, no gain for Arizona. 2nd and 10, they get a gain of 5. 3rd and 5, they do get the first down. 1st and 10, they get a gain of 6. 2nd and 4, they get no gain there. 3rd and 4 now, incomplete pass. 4th and 4, they do have to punt the ball away. 1st and 10 now, Gus Edwards gets a gain of 2. 2nd and 8, Lamar is dropped for a loss of 10. So now on 3rd and 18, Justice Hill gets a gain of 4. Or gets a gain of 14. Gain of 14, I apologize. But again, just like the last time, slipped like it was a banana peel. Like, and this, again, was cartoonishly. He was running, and his legs came out from him from under the side. Like, he was going to make the cut because he could have got this first down because he was heading into traffic and went to cut back in just a touch. And when he stopped and planted, slipped right out from under him. I swear. It's like someone threw a banana peel under his feet. It was kind of funny, I'm not going to lie, but it would have been nice if we got there. But it's all right, because again, Justice Hill, great stats yesterday. So now on 4th and 4, Ravens do have to punt. 1st and 10. Wait a minute. Brandon Stevens almost had this one, but his good friend Geno Stone said, you know what? You had yours. Let me get mine. First play on this Arizona drive, Geno Stone gets the interception. Yes! Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Geno Stone, oh my goodness. he honestly might get Defensive Player of the Year for Baltimore Talk. I'm going to be honest. He's in the running. Let's be honest. This man went crazy. Like, and even the announcers, and I'm going to paint you the picture. I'm not going to have my editor put the replay in here just because we all know what it looked like. We had the ball coming this way. Cardinals, Brandon Stephen, Geno Stone. And Brandon Stevens went up, so did Geno Stone. It's like the man had eyes in the back of his head, threw his helmet, and caught it because he saw his good friend, like I said, Brandon Stevens going up for it. So he decided to take it himself. He said, you had yours, like I said, let me get mine. Beautiful on Geno Stone's part. So now 1st and 10, Isaiah Likely, who he hasn't been talked about in a couple weeks. He gets the first down. 1st and 10, Gus Edwards, gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Touchdown, baby. Let's go. Gus Edwards. Oh, my goodness. This man had a day. This man had a day yesterday. So, shout out to Gus Edwards. I know he gets a lot of flack, a lot of hate, but Gus Edwards, he, spicy with it. Sprinkle some seasoning on that one. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Loss of 5 for Arizona. 2nd and 15. They get a gain of 2. That ends the third quarter. Let's just say, ladies and gentlemen, much improvement from the first half in this third quarter. I have to say, defense, like I said, they woke up. Offense put in the work. So we actually made some things change, made some things happen. So now, actually, before we get into the fourth quarter, got to take that swig. We promote healthy Ravens competition on all your Ravens gear needs, and as well as it's just water in the cup. Healthy lifestyle, healthy drink, healthy living. I don't know why I just said that. Nobody called me out on that one. So now we're getting into the fourth quarter here. Like, it's a podcast. It's not a professional radio show. We'll get there one day. I promise, folks. You'll see Super Bowl 61 or Super Bowl 62. It's going to be me. And all you members of the Ravens flock, Baltimore Talk, promise you, I'm making that pledge now. So now, fourth quarter starts. 3rd and 13, Arizona, no gain. 4th and 13, they have to punt the ball away. 1st and 10, they get a gain of 8. 2nd and 2, Gus Edwards, he gets the first down. 1st and 10, Gus again, gain of 6. 2nd and 4, Gus again gets the first. That's 4 plays back-to-back that Gus makes movement. Like, this man was getting yards and putting in work. And after the third one, after the third play, I'm kind of like, all right, it's 2nd and 4. Like, they're kind of expecting you to give it to Gus. I'm like, how about we throw to Mark? Give Mark Andrews some play time. Nope, went to Gus. Fine, we still got the first, but yeah. 1st and 10, it was an incomplete pass. There wasn't an eligible man downfield, and that was Rashad Bateman, but I'm not going to flack him for this because he was doing the right thing by blocking. The pass just didn't get off fast enough like he thought it did. Like, this one was supposed to be a quick toss, a quick pass, but it ended up being a short one, so it ended up taking longer than he knew. So it is what it is, no biggie. 1st and 15, Justice Hill, he gets a gain of 7. 2nd and 8, Lamar doesn't get anywhere. 3rd and 8, Rashad gets 6. So now on 4th and 2, Justin Tucker from under 50 yards gets the field goal. Now it's 24-27, 9:27 remaining in the game. 1st and 10, pass of 8. 2nd and 2, Cardinals get the first down. 1st and 10, Josh Dobbs, he gets a gain of 5. 2nd and 5, they get a pass of 3. 3rd and 2, they get the first down. 1st and 10, Cardinals get 29. I know I said our defense woke up, but slip up. 1st and 10, they overthrow their man. 2nd and 10, they get a big loss. Adolphe Owe did get hurt on this play. 3rd and 15, they do get the first down. Or they do get the touchdown. I apologize, not first down. Touchdown, good for Arizona. They go for 2. They get it. It's now 24-15. Baltimore still in the lead, 6:32. Now, 1st and 10, and this here, even the announcers called this one out. There's still 6.5 minutes left in the game. 1st and 10, Gus gets 6. Arizona timeout. 2nd and 4, Gus gets 3. Arizona timeout. 3rd and 1. Gus gets the first down. Arizona timeout. Anybody seen anything wrong with this picture? You have 6 minutes, maybe about just over 5.5 minutes left in this game. You just burned all 3 timeouts back to back to back. It's like, now all Baltimore has to do is just run the clock. Like, this is 4, 5, 6 minute drill. This is other teams burn their timeouts. Baltimore still has all 3 timeouts, mind you. This is just run the clock. We're up by 9. We're up by a touchdown and some change. But it's like, this is run the clock kind of gameplay at this point. I don't know what Arizona was thinking. However, whatever. I'm not their coach. I won't say anything. 1st and 10 now. Loss of 3 for Gus. 2nd and 13. Rashad Bateman, he gets the first. There was a flag for a late hit out of bounds. So we did get some extra yards here. 1st and 10. Lamar, he put his legs to work finally yesterday. He gets a gain of 13. 1st and 10. Justice Hill, no gain there. 2nd and 10. Lamar gets 3. 3rd and 7. Odell, he did get overthrown on this one, but only because there was pass interference on him. Like, he would have had a touchdown catch, hasn't had a touchdown catch yet this year. And I know he was very upset about it because when they showed him going off to the sideline, he did throw his helmet in frustration. I understand. He hasn't gotten his touchdown yet in 8 weeks. And only because everybody's playing heavy on this man. So I understand his frustration. Like, I want to see Odell get his touchdown. Like, he playing big bro to a lot of our receivers, and he's doing great, honestly. Like, he was really killing it. He's been putting up numbers yardage-wise, stat-wise. So shout out to Odell Beckham Jr. I understand you're frustrated, bro, but you are a great player and inspiration to the whole league. So shout out to Odell Beckham Jr. But like I said, they did get a pass interference flag on them. 1st and goal. Gus Edwards, my boy, he does it again. Hat trick on Gus Edwards. Our 3 touchdowns, back to back to back on Gus Edwards, gets 3 touchdowns for himself yesterday. Oh my gosh, this one, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say it. 31-15, 2:51 in the game. Arizona, no timeouts. Gus Edwards just gets a chef's kiss touchdown. So, 1st and 10, Arizona, first down. 1st and 10, Arizona, first down. And John Harbaugh, he threw the late challenge flag. Honestly, this was so weird to me. Like, we won, but I don't know what, like, he was challenging. Because it said, like, that the pass was incomplete, but he stepped out of bounds. I wasn't 100% sure. This one was a little weird. Like, usually if you lose a challenge, you lose a timeout. But we didn't lose it. So I was a little confused, a little dumbfounded about this one here. 1st and 10, they get a gain of 7. 2nd and 3, Arizona converts, 2-minute warning. 1st and 10, first down for Arizona. 1st and 10, they get a gain of 6. 2nd and 4, they're thrown incomplete. 3rd and 4, they're stopped just shy. 4th and 1, we jump off sides. Dafe Owe got a little trigger happy on that one. 1st and goal, they get incomplete. 2nd and 10, Hollywood Brown. He does it again. So it makes me miss him. Marquise Brown, we miss you, bro. Yeah, I miss you, Hollywood Brown. You put up some really good stats 2021-2022 season. Or 2020-2021, I mean. See, that's how long it's been. I miss you. Teardrop. Let me stop. So now they go for 2. They end up getting this was a series. They go for 2, they get it, but they end up getting a holding call, so it gets called back. We take our first time out. Then they go for 2, and they end up not getting it. Then before the kickoff, we take our second time out. So now, oh my gosh, this one hurt my soul. Arizona goes to kick they even said it, they expected it. Arizona kicks the onside kick. It bounces, hits Nelson Aguilar, and instead of falling on it, it bounces off him. Arizona got the ball back. They kicked the onside kick and Nelson bounced off the ground, hit Nelson Aguilar. He didn't just straight up fall on it. Arizona got the ball back. So now 1st and 10 for Arizona. They get a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, they get an out-of-bounds catch, so nothing good there. 3rd and 6, they get the first down. 1st and 10, they get incomplete. 2nd and 10, they go to kick the field goal. They miss it, and this would have been so nice. They end up getting a false start on the same play, so they got a second chance. They end up kicking the field goal again. Now it's 31-24, 24 seconds left. They go to kick the onside kick. This time, they did, and they kicked it to Nelson Aguilar again. This time, he's like, all right, now let me do it. He fell on it. 1st and 10, Baltimore kneels it, ends the game. 31-24, Baltimore victory. Honestly, folks, I told myself, write down your final thoughts. I don't really know what to say. Like, all I'm going to say is, this was an ugly one. Like I said at the beginning, the score we had last week against Detroit should have been this week's score, and this week's score should have been last week's. But I'm not going to dog Arizona. I'm not going to dog Detroit. Those were good teams. Like, Arizona's defense really put in the work and really put up some challenge for Baltimore. I'm going to be honest. A lot of their challenge came from their field itself. Arizona, do yourself a favor, get some turf, please. They have real grass, so Arizona, get some turf, please. You're killing me. But our offense also equally had problems because, like I said, Arizona's defense, they played coverage pretty darn well. I'm going to be honest with you. But then again, our defense, we were allowing big yards. We were allowing big gains, allowing points like that. And Arizona went in 1-6. So this should have been a slaughter fest. But it is what it is. 31-24. We still went out a full touchdown ahead, full victory. I'll say that much. But it could have been better. It could have been better. I will say it, and I'm repeating myself a little bit. At the end of the day, a win is a win in my book. We still beat them by 1 score. And if you're wondering who got MVP of the game, Gus Edwards, Gus the Bus himself, gets the game winner MVP trophy here on Baltimore Talk this week. 3 touchdowns, a hat trick. You can't tell me different. You can't tell me nothing that he doesn't deserve MVP. After the yards he put up, like 70 plus yards, 3 touchdowns. I know I wanted to see Mark Andrews get some more touches. I wanted to see more passing touchdowns. Odell was robbed of his touchdown. Should have been a touchdown. So shout out to Odell as well. But it all boils over, all rounds out to Gus Edwards getting the MVP this week for Week 8 of Baltimore Talk. Shout out to you, Gus Edwards. You're the GOAT, the MVP this week. And with that being said, we're going to wrap it up here. Looking ahead next week, we're back home against the Seattle Seahawks, 1 p.m. at our home of M&T Bank Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, here on Baltimore Talk, I've been your host, Anthony Propst. Thank you once again for tuning in to another beautiful episode. We're still at 15 subscribers here on YouTube. Come on, guys. Like I say every week, share with your friend, your neighbor, mom, grandma, dad, anybody that you know is a Ravens fan. Let's push to 20 subscribers. See if we can get there. And if you're listening on Spotify and RSS.com, come over to YouTube as well. Check us out, Baltimore Talk. You get to see my face. I've been doing it since week 4. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know what it is. Come on over. I love you guys so much. Thank you once again for supporting me. All your love and support here on Baltimore Talk goes a long way with me. I don't just do this for myself. I do this for you guys. I do this for the love. I do this for the fans. Thank you once again, Ravens flock. Like I said, I've been your host here on Baltimore Talk. My name is Anthony Propst. I will see you next week. Goodbye.